Brown University has announced a campus-wide hiring freeze. It's effective immediately. It comes as the school's administration says it needs to evaluate its finances amid concerns about cuts in federal funding. NBC 10's Aaron Coogan joins us live from the campus this afternoon with the sweeping new measures. Hey there, Aaron.
Yeah, hey, Barb. Well, I want to be clear that the financial actions being taken by the university are not because of, but in case of any potential impacts to federal funding cuts. As you mentioned, these actions announced overnight include that campus-wide staff hiring freeze, as well as mandatory salary freezes for members of the president's cabinet and a freeze on all university non-essential travel. Now, Brown says it already has eliminated 50 vacant positions since the start of the year. That hiring freeze is to remain in effect until at least the end of fiscal year 2025. Of course, we've seen similar measures being taken to reevaluate spending and finances at universities across the nation, including at some fellow Ivy Leagues like Columbia and Harvard. However, one major difference between Columbia's hiring freeze and that of Brown's and Harvard's is that Columbia actively faces a federal funding cut of $400 million, or about 30% of their annual government contracts, whereas in the case of both Brown and Harvard, their administrations cite the actions as being taken as a precaution amidst, quote, uncertainty around federal funding.
I mean, if you haven't already lost your funding and you have a big pot, but that's really up to these students. They're the ones who are paying for this education, and the objection should come from them.
Now, important to note, too, that to date, Brown has grown its endowment to $7.2 billion. It's not as much as the other Ivy Leagues, but it's still a lot of money. So people are wondering, why don't they just dip into those funds instead of imposing this hiring freeze? We reached out to the faculty and administration for those answers, but so far they've been pretty tight-lipped. Live in Providence, Aaron Coogan, NBC 10 News.